Good morning. Oh, sorry. Oh, goodness gracious, as soon as I get on. Please excuse me. Good morning. Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. I'm enjoying these little hippos while they are lasting and while we can still get them before they sell out at the end of celebration, and the dies as well. And today, I think this is the first card I've made featuring the cute little ballerina girl. But the actual motivation for the creation of my card today was that I have this cloud punch and I haven't used it. So I thought, right, I am making a card that features our little sweet hippo floating in the clouds. I've used on this card the hippest hippos. I've also used colour and contour for the "You're absolutely amazing and they're so very happy for you" greeting inside my card. So this card can be used for any occasion, and it's also a card you can send to someone just because, which I think is the brilliant way to send a card. And also I'm using the hippo dies, I'm using the little ballerina outline, and this super fun umbrella. Now for my card this time, when I was creating it, I just wanted a really cute card, but I thought I'd make something a little bit different. And when I made my card, I off-centered my score line so that there's a little overlap just there. See how that little fun fold there? So this is our standard width of cardstock, which is 21 centimetres. And the length is A4 length, which is 29.8 or something. I've cut my card at 10, so it's a 10 centimetre card by 21, and scored it at 11 centimetres instead of the usual 10.5. So it's just over by half a centimetre, but that creates your 1 centimetre overlap there on that edge, which is just a little bit of fun. Now, I'm also featuring some of our gorgeous gold, and there's also silver, designer series paper from Celebration as well. I'm using this gold paper just as a sort of a sky background for my little girl, and I'm using the spotty paper to do some paper piecing for her dress so that it has lovely gold spots on it. So before, I've already cut out my little umbrella for you to save a bit of time, but before we go any further, I'll just finish colouring in our gorgeous little hippo. So I've already stamped her once on ordinary cardstock, started to colour her in. I'm just using a little bit of ivory for her super cute nose here. I've coloured her skin already in smoky slate, the lightest smoky slate, and then I'm using ivory, which actually comes in a set of 2 with bronze and ivory, which are really good all-round useful colours for her little snout, a little tiny bit on her ears. There we go. And I don't actually have to colour in her dress because we're going to piece it in with this one here. So I've stamped her already in basic grey ink onto the designer series paper, and now I just have to colour in her little dress. And I've decided to go for more than just the tutu to give her a proper dress, but also it's much easier to cut out straighter lines than the little wobbly tutu edge. So I just give a little bit of extra shading there, a little bit extra underneath her skirt, and there we go. Oh, the colour I'm using is Tahitian Tide, which is very, very similar to my all-time favourite years ago, which was Tempting Turquoise. So I'm just going to cut very closely to those lines there. Right, as I said, much easier to cut around her little panties there than the wobbly edge of the tutu. And cut under her arm, and then a little top of her dress. So she's a fully clothed little hippo. And just trim off that little corner there. Okay, I can pop that aside. Now, when you pop this on, it just looks so cool. Hang on. Have I got... Yes, I have. Glue everywhere? Of course I do. Pop this on her little body. Oh, doesn't she look adorable? Okay. Totally sweet. I think she's so cute. Sorry, shouldn't be going on quite so much. Okay, with my Tahitian Tide and my blending brush, I'm just going to add a little bit of beautiful sky tones to my designer series paper here. Oops, that bit's going underneath the clouds, that bit, because I didn't like that. Okay, and I do actually want some different tones, but that looks a bit skyish. And then for my other piece, on the edge, I don't have to do the whole lot of this because it'll be underneath. And then I need to punch out some, while I've got my Tahitian Tide, I'll stamp my greeting for the inside of my card. So very happy for you. There we go, that's that done. And then I'll just get a spare bit of cardstock to punch out my clouds, and I'll just stamp my "You're totally amazing" there. Hopefully that works with my punch. And punch out a whole bunch of clouds. You're absolutely amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 4 clouds. Come on, fellas, over here. Oh, and just give them a bit of definition too. I'll just use this as a bit of a mask on my excuse me, on my cloud. There we go. And another little mask here on this one. And mask this one. And my "You're totally amazing," absolutely amazing. And a bit more underneath. Okay, I think that's all my Tahitian Tide. And I think we're ready to assemble the card together. Okay, move all of that out of the way. Here's my card base. Now let's start on the inside. I'll put my designer series paper down first. This is actually quite a lot larger than required, but when I was making these cards I was a bit too lazy just to trim it off really short. So it's cut at exactly the same width, so I'll just overlap it there. There you go, there's the inside of my card complete. I'll pop my designer series paper on the front of my card. Here we are, pop you there. I just love the way that the little overhap goes. Hello, Lynette. It's lovely to see you. Rightio. So let's start putting our card all together. This time I think I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of all my clouds and on my umbrella. One there. 1, 2, 3. 1. The sun is shining beautifully here. We haven't had a lot of sun this year, but it's still very cool for this little girl. I am a bit of a cold frog. Okay, now one of these has, I'm going to put the You're Absolutely Amazing on first. My fingers are fine. That's what reminded me about the cold. My fingers are not working too well. They're a bit chilly. Okay, and then we'll pop this little one up here, overlapping on the edge. I love a little bit of edge low overlap. It really appeals to me. And that one, and her little cloud there. And I'm going to pop my umbrella just up there in between those two clouds. We should call this little Hippo something, shouldn't we? She's just so adorable. I'm going to put her hand just underneath there. And on, not on this one, but on another card I made, I actually just put a tiny little glue dot underneath that just to keep it in place. And then my extra cloud on the inside, overlapping there. There you go. You're absolutely amazing. Isn't she adorable? And you're amazing too. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye-bye now.